And I know Charlamagne was hyped about him selling out the Yankee Stadium when they was talking about act, but it still don't have this. It still ain't the same, bro.
The impact is not as there as much as it was.
It's there, but it's not touching the new generation. Like I said, it's still touching us, the 40-plus crew, but it's not touching the 20s and 30s. They like, yeah, the jig is up, jigger. Like you see niggas on TikTok saying the jig is up. They got jig is up dancing. Like, it's just,
they got jig is up dances.
Yes.
Maybach music.
It's the big boss, Rick Ross. Right now you rocking with the hottest DJ in the game. Let's go.
What up? It's your boy DJ Bugsy. Door for Hip Hop Podcast. It's good to be back on the miggity mic. It's been some time, but we back like we never left. You already know what it is. Unfortunately, our girl who usually be here, the moderator of all moderators, my girl Nine, is not in the building tonight, but we're going to keep the party moving. I got my right-hand man, been with me since episode, I want to say since episode 119 or 118. It's
117.
Been 117. Yep. I knew I was close. Yeah. My man JK Playawave himself. What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Listen, man, we here, man, like we never left. We're back in the old building, man, the original building for Dover Hip Hop Pod. I want to give a big shout out to my man Eric. I mean, he's always been a phenomenal engineer, and I just want to give him his flowers, man. I big him up all the time, but that's just something I do, man. It's only right. You know, you might not see him, but when it comes to the audio, the man is number one, A1, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it, man. If you was under a rock, if you don't know, now you know. Jay-Z, it was a star-studded event 3 nights in a row at the iconic Yankee Stadium, you know what I'm saying? And the first night was on another level, man, because he brought out my favorite rapper of rappers is Nasty Nas. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting Nasty Nas to pull up, but he did. And not only was it so dope to see that, but the fact that they went back and forth on each other's songs and did their verses and ad-libs, it's just astonishing, bro. What was your initial thoughts when you seen Nasty Nas get on stage with Jay-Z?
That was iconic, just like you said, man. I didn't expect that. I expected a lot of like I said, I expected Fat Joe, I expected Jade, I expected, the Rock Nation brunch, but bunch. Sorry,
yeah, you
fraudulent slip. But
yeah, you funny as shit.
But Nas coming out was dope. That solidifies New York rap, and on top of that, isn't it the 30th anniversary of Not I Am?
No, it's the 30-year anniversary to It Was Written.
So that's dope that they was both to kind of collab with that. So yeah. I rock with that. But yeah, it's good to see two icons on stage. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. The other thing that was iconic about what Jay did, he brought his whole family on stage, and he had Blue Ivy playing the piano, fulfilling it, and then he had his wife, the iconic Beyonce, doing the hook for Can't Knock the Hustle. Now, a lot of people were cheering it, but it was also a lot of people that had questions like, well, why Mary J. Blige didn't show up? And what people got to realize, Mary J. Blige is on a tour at a resident in Vegas, so that's why she didn't pull up, because she was literally on stage at the same time that Jay was on stage. So it would have been, they would have had a body double in order for that to work.
Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah, she's in Vegas in residency right now. Absolutely. What's the 401 residency? So yeah, shout out to Mary J. One of the best that ever did it. But yeah, that's the only reason. But let me ask you this, man, because the one person that was missing in all this, and I got some intel on it, was Foxy Brown. Ain't no nigga. Foxy Brown was definitely supposed to hit the stage. Unfortunately, couldn't hit the stage due to health complications. But it was also told to me that she's like a little weary because the last time she took the stage that she was booed. Huh? Yeah, she was booed. I don't know what the crowd was, the demographic was, but she was booed.
This was a long time ago?
I want to say maybe 5-6 years ago.
About some time ago. So
yeah.
But it's reasonable doubt. Like,
right.
Come on. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody's there to see that, some iconic stuff, to see everybody get brought out. So if you was born, I mean, you a Gen Z or some shit. I don't know what to say. But come on, absolutely. Foxy and Jay on stage. Come on now.
Right, exactly.
It's iconic.
Yeah, for sure. Now, let's turn the page a little bit. And before we turn the page, I do want to say that what is the thought process with Jay-Z reintroducing himself in your opinion? But what I want to say to Jay-Z, he definitely added to his legacy. And I think this is a masterclass of branding and changing the public's perception of him, because he had a rough 2 years where he got hit with the Epstein files. You know, it was all this talk about him messing with Aaliyah before Dame Dash. It was all this talk about him messing with chicks because they was trying to align his shit with Drizzy shit. And, you know, you can't align it because I don't believe Drizzy is a pedophile and I don't really believe Jay-Z is a pedophile. But it was stories that Jay-Z was a pedophile. But I don't believe it. But I do believe that Jay-Z felt like his public perception and his legacy was being tarnished. This is why he took the way he did his thing, the pop-up shops, the shows, and then he got another show September 4th in London. What's your thought process? I think it's a masterclass in branding and legacy management.
I think it's half and half. And the reason why I say it's half and half is because, yes, with the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, 25th anniversary of Blueprint, that had to be celebrated.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Being that it had to be celebrated, you have to do things the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So on that end, I would definitely give him to that when it comes to that part of the branding, because obviously Jay-Z's an icon I know we're going to keep saying that in this damn episode, but he is an icon when it comes to those two great albums that are classics now. That part, I'm not going to take none away from him, but that GQ interview, that was the catalyst of everything that went into the Roots picnic. That is an L. I'm sorry. I'm not
right.
I can't give Jay-Z that.
Right.
That freestyle was an L.
Right.
When it got into that, Drewski making fun of him on the BET thing. Somebody look like Ice Cube.
Drewski crazy, but he disrespected the Jackson family, and Janet wasn't feeling it. She no longer will attend the BET Awards. Shout out to Miss Jackson. I love you, baby. But go ahead.
But yeah, so on that end, that's why I say half and half, because that Roots picnic, the GQ, it just was not working. It just at all.
Right.
It just that part, it just wasn't working. The other part to me is, I said about the Roots, but it was another part. When it comes to him dissing everybody, yes, it's gonna get attention. It's gonna get everybody there. But now people are starting to see the chinks in your armor. And what kind of also hurt him was that Target deal. The Target deal came at, I understand, you want to maximize profit for the vinyl.
Right.
Vinyl made $1 billion last year. So I understand you're going to try to get your money with that. But it's bad, terrible timing right now when it came to that Target deal. So one side, legacy, I understand and I agree with you, but I just felt like Hov just a little bit out of touch when it comes to that part.
Okay. His team is too.
Yeah.
I don't think they care, to be honest.
I don't think so either.
I think that because he's so big that it's like, even down to the third show where everybody sat out in front of the stadium for hours and hours and he apologized to them. But it's just like, because he's so big, he can kind of like get away with stuff. And this goes to my next topic. And the question is, to me, or to the audience, or to everybody that's tuning, is Jay-Z one of the most protected rappers in music history?
Most protected?
Like, when he do fuck shit, he doesn't really get called out on it. And when he does get called out on it, it lasts for a time, and then it's like, all right back to scheduled programming, meaning it doesn't really tarnish anything. It's like he don't gotta hide. He don't gotta go away like Drizzy did. Like, once Kendrick said what he said, motherfucker was literally saying that nigga need to go away for a year until this shit die down. I don't think nothing that Jigga can do, even if it's true, will motherfucker say you gotta go away.
Nah, I truly agree, but that comes with a great team of Rock Nation and PR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being down with who he's down with, Rock Nation is very connected. I don't think people understand to the extent that they're very connected. So that's why. And when you own certain media and you have certain connections with, like, a Charlemagne the God, a DJ Envy, Breakfast Club is one of the biggest in New York, probably biggest in the country. So when you have those type of connections, so TV connections, all types of connections that Jay-Z has, that's why a lot of people will not go against him. It's only till you see now with a little bit of the chinks in the armor that people are like, okay, he's bothered by this a little bit. We can jab a little bit. This freestyle, we can jab. Oh, all right. We thought he was on a high end somewhere. He don't worry about nobody.
But
he definitely looks down and understands who's saying what about him. So it's like we kind of get it now. So protected, yes, because of who he's with. Who's not going to protect him? It's a damn near multi-million-dollar company. So.
Yeah, and let me ask you this. Do you feel like Flex had a right to go on his platform and say the things he said about Charlamagne and Jay-Z? And do you agree with most of it or some of it you feel like is over the top?
He's been saying it for years. So I didn't, to me, that's classic Flex. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just him being classic Flex. I think he's on the rise of, I've been saying this for years. Now you guys is paying attention now. So he kind of feels fulfilled in some of the stuff that he said back in the past. So it's Flex being Flex.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, because this goes to the academic and Charlamagne conversation 101. Do you feel like Roc Nation has the strings pulled with the Breakfast Club based on everything has happened, even down to the Meek Mill versus Drake and him sending the champagne bottles from that to now? How do you view that? Because this is a conversation about Roc Nation being connected to Our Heart and Breakfast Club for a long time, but now it's starting to seem the light is getting lighter and lighter and not dimmer and dimmer.
It is. And a lot of people are breaking it down because if you peep that a lot of people they even brought it back to a mill where something was happening with a mill, and Charlamagne the God did a Donkey of the Day on a mill. And I was like, a mill hasn't been in the game for...
He did a Donkey of the Day on the mill, the rapper?
Yes.
What'd she do?
Basically, she just came out with like a freestyle, and I guess he didn't like it, so he just dissed her on there.
Okay.
But I'm just like, when they start breaking down a lot of the Donkey of the Days, it starts to think like this is a way for Jay-Z to get at his enemies or people he don't fuck with in a roundabout way with the biggest radio station. You get what I'm saying? So it does look a little peculiar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah,
I don't think it's unfair to say that it's not strings being pulled.
Right.
Because it just seems a little off, and especially with that casino thing too. So
right. Now, what I would say I got out of the conversation, I feel like Ack had made a lot of great points, but at the same time, I understand what Charlamagne was saying, that no matter what happens when you're in business and you are on another level, you're going to have people coming at you no matter what. So I do agree with that point, because the bigger you get, the more smoke's going to come your way. Yeah. Drake's a prime example of that. Because that's why when they say he's a pop artist and he this, I'm like, well, why Pusha, why Meek, why Kendrick got issues with him if he's a pop star? Because if he's a pop star, then they shouldn't have issues with him. He's supposed to be a quote unquote pop star or an R&B star, but every time I turn around, he's the most battle tested rapper. I don't know nobody that had more battles than Jersey. I could be wrong. I don't know. I would have to literally go into my archives and start pulling out rap battles to know. I know Kool Moe Dee had a lot of battles. I know LL had a lot of battles. But I'm talking about modern day era battles. I don't know nobody had more battles in the modern day era like Jersey has, in my opinion.
Okay, if you say modern day, yes, because right before that, I was going to say 50.
Yeah,
50 been in a lot of the game. They've been in a couple. Back and forth,
absolutely. So. That's what I said. The modern day, like
so modern day,
2010 on is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Drake is definitely had his shots.
Right, and it's like it's like, but he's supposed to be a pop star though. Every time I see a comment about Drizzy, it's he's a pop star or he's a pop rap star or B McFly. B McFly always don't want to make this guy a rapper for whatever reason. Shout out to my man B McFly though.
Yeah, it's an easy cop out. To me, I feel like it's just an easy cop out. So
yeah. Let's go to our home real quick, man. I want to get into this conversation because as of late, Tierra Whack has been doing things ungodly on a microphone, but she's been putting it on for Philly. Yeah. They just dropped the visuals for North Philly with Jilly from Philly, and I just love Tierra Whack. I've been loving Tierra Whack way before now. I'm like way before anybody knew who she was, but we're going to talk about the top 3 Philly rappers out right now. And for me, I'm just have to say this, and I know it's hard for a female to be number one, but I'm gonna give her the nod. I think that Tierra Whack is the best rapper out of Philly right now. You know what I'm saying? And, that's just what it is. I know a lot of people ain't really liking that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, a lot of people don't like when a female's number one. Every time
That's
you try
crazy.
to put, seriously, every time I try to put Nicki Minaj in the Mount Rushmore of the modern day era and leave out Future, they look at me like I'm crazy. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel, and that's what it is. Number two is always the Rider. The nigga is on another level. His freestyles got me. He said some shit like the girl got drywalls like sheetrock. Once I heard that was it for me. Because who is only a Philly rapper is gonna think like that?
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's that Philly shit.
Yeah.
And then number three is Amir Ali, man. Amir Ali, shout out to him and his team. They doing their thing. He been getting a lot of good looks. Been on the Roots picnic stage. He's been doing his ones and twos. So shout out to West Philly and Amir Ali. So what you think, bro?
Yeah. So
Top three.
the top three, mine don't change from yours besides the last one. And I had to correct you, bro, before her whole team get at me. Shout out my man Johnny, that's her manager. Tierra Whack, this is number one. He kept saying Tierra. I'm like,
Oh shit!
Correct.
Say it again. So I mean
Tierra Whack.
Tierra. I'm sorry. Let me get Miss Dizzle. Let me get it.
Miss Dizzle did.
Tierra Whack. My bad. I always butcher a lot of people's names though.
No, it's
And it's an easy name. It don't be hard at all.
Yeah, shout out
She
my
just spell it a little different.
Yeah, but you was rolling. I ain't want to get you, but shout out to her. She just dropped the Fire Wax Museum. That's her new project.
Yeah.
Two, same for me. It would be Odash Ryder. His project is fire too. It's called You Got Me Fucked Up. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like YM something. But yeah, his John fire. You gotta actually listen. Like
I did. I liked it.
Yeah,
I like it.
and it's very diverse. Like he got the melodies, he got the raps. He did the John. My favorite John on there is when he redid Keep It on the Download, the R. Kelly John.
Yeah.
That is fire.
He took the sample.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So third is gonna have to be, and I know he gets sick of me saying this, is Lights.
Yeah.
Uptown in the building. Shout out to Lights, man. He ran last year, had one of the top songs in the country. I think he just gonna keep running it up.
Yeah. Shout out to Lights.
Wife and Lucci. He did stuff with Jordan Lucas. I think he did something on O'Malley album, I think. But yeah, he been on the come up for a long time, and this is his time to shine. So that's three for me.
Yeah. Yeah. They and salute to all three. I'm wishing nothing but the best. And I'm wishing that more than just Philly and the East Coast know who they are because they deserve it. And she just did an interview in the Breakfast Club. I didn't get a chance to check it out, but I like Whack. Whoever her team, I know you know the man. I'm talking about the entire team.
Yeah.
I do like what they're doing for her, but when someone asks me why is she in the top three and why she in the top three with those artists, because I still don't feel that she reached a certain pinnacle where I can take her out of that conversation yet, in my opinion. Even though she did a song, she was at Rihanna's fashion show. She was on stage with Rihanna. She got a song with Beyonce on the Lion King soundtrack. I get all that, but that still doesn't. It's just not a level of success where I can take her out of that conversation. Not yet for me. Me personally. To each his own.
So we had this combo, and I halfway agree with you. And the only reason I say halfway is because she's not the typical female artist that is like a Young Miami, a Lotto, where sex sells.
Right.
So for her, it's going to be very hard. And I don't want to make it a colorist thing, but when it comes to just those type of MCs or her, a Rhapsody, even a Lauren London, even though she got a little bit of sex appeal, it's just hard for them to break through because they're not with the Instagram every day, showing off their bodies. On Twitter saying whatever. They're not going to do the gimmicks or the shade room relationships. They're not going to do those for the the clout or whatever. So for them, they just got to do it off of pure talent. And being that you have to do that, unless you got a hit record that's just floating everywhere and it's undeniable, it's really hard for you to break through that mainstream where everybody's going to be all eyes on you. So I understand with her strife of what she has to do, and she's an out of the ordinary type of artist. You could put her in there like the Missy Elliott's, how she does her videos, the Busta Rhymes. So for her, it's just gonna have to go off of purely talent. Like I said, 2024, in my opinion, she had one of the best albums. Worldwide Whack, to me, was one of the best albums that year, and I think she got nominated for a Grammy. I'm not sure, but she's definitely a force to be reckoned with, and she just has to get on talent, pure talent.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Speaking of records that's out of here and it just won't stop, and I don't think it will stop no time soon, Young Miami Spin That has taken over. It is the song of the summer, and I thought that Shebang and all these other songs would be the song, but she dethroned Drizzy. It just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's actually working on a remix and a new album, and so I want to know from you and just the audience, do you feel like she surpassed the City Girls' peak as far as success with this song, and what do you think the remix and her new project going to do?
No, I don't think she surpassed City Girls yet. City Girls got a couple hits.
Okay.
They pretty much kind of counted her out after JT kind of took the reins a little bit.
Yeah.
She kind of got hit with the Diddy stuff and all that.
Right.
It's going to take more than one song.
Okay.
So once she can give us a string on her own, then I could be like, all right, then she can separate herself from the City Girls thing.
Okay.
But for right now, it's going to take time.
Okay.
So,
as
far as the remix, I don't care for the song that much.
Right.
If she got the right people, who's on the remix? Did they say yet?
They didn't say yet.
If she got the right people on the remix, then it'll just boost the song up more. But yeah, hopefully this does put her back in rotation. So
one thing I do want to add to this about this conversation, because it was NDRE made comments about Black people and how we got to look at life, and what songs do to Black girls and what Black songs do to Black communities. And to her point, she made valid points, but like I said to my coworker and to many others, is that even though she made valid points, her timing was off, because there's multiple songs that kill Black communities. It was a song with Cardi B and Megan that was bigger than this record, if I'm not mistaken, and no one jumped and talked about that. So I think sometimes that we pick some artists and people pick the wrong time to come at people. And mind you, I'm not a big Young Miami's advocate or fan, but I know that one thing about Young Miami that I'm going to say is true is that she just know how to make party songs. Yeah. She knows how to jump on a party beat and smoke it. And every time she gets on a party beat, she smokes it. Yeah. And this is without the help of JT. So that's another thing we got to stop doing, attaching her to JT. JT is JT. And Young Miami is Young Miami. Now, what I would say, I don't know. Now, another thing, she reached out to Drizzy multiple times in the DM. He's seen it. He didn't reply. I don't think he had nothing malice about it or a reason why he not going to jump on, even though he don't fuck with Diddy. I just think the timing is all. I don't think Drizzy is in the bag of making music right now. He's just in the bag of enjoying his time with this album that's out, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I think if she would have hit him up prior to that when he was in the recording process, she might have got a verse from him. But that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, my man dropped 3 albums each other.
Exactly.
And then 70 songs just leaked the other day.
Right.
So my man done put out enough work. But going back to what you said about the NDRE thing, I don't think it's necessarily bad timing. I think she's just having the sentiment of certain Black women where they're getting a little bit tired of certain things in Black culture, right? So, yes, I understand that there are other songs that she could be talking about. I just think that was just a popular song that is spoken of right now. But she's just speaking on one side of the spectrum. On my end, I just think that should be a balance, right? You're going to have the songs that you want to party to. You got the songs that you want to be conscious to. You're going to have the songs you want to hear the lyrics of. What Miami does, like you said, she smokes a party beat. That's her lane. That's the music that she wants to go with. We don't expect her to do no conscious record. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
that's not her lane.
Right. So I expect her to do something where it's going to be a party song. But I just feel like NDRE is just talking to certain women of a certain ilk of our community that may look at the song and just be like, I'm not rocking with this. On my end, I just feel like there should be a balance. But in my opinion, it's becoming more of a balance of the party and not of the respectable black woman, in my opinion. So, but I do see both sides.
Right, but that's the thing, and this is where the issue lies, because I get where she's going, and whoever those women are of that ilk, as you said, that's going to hit them a different way than someone that's stuck on being a party chick.
Yeah.
So she's speaking for the party crowd, because Gucci Mane is not going to go in the studio and make a song about, you know, Marcus Garvey or, you know, we need to fight this and be the Black Messiah like wannabe Kendrick K-Bot. He's not going to do that.
Right.
So that's why every rapper has a lane, and not to say that you shouldn't be versatile, because you should, because Jada Kiss is a prime example of why featuring Anthony Hamilton, where he went into a different bag that we wasn't accustomed to doing, and it served him well because that's his biggest record to date. Yeah. But at the same time, I just don't see Young Miami getting to that. I think that maybe over time and growth, maybe she will. But as of right now, she's in the party lane.
Yeah.
So
that's where it's going to stay for her, in my opinion. In order for her to get back to prominence,
right.
I'm not knocking her.
Okay.
Hustle, so.
Right. Now let's get to one of the most biggest artists, you know, in the last 15 years. Future dropped the project The Real Me, and I don't know, Future. I really like you, bro. But the project ain't hit me like that. I don't know why. It was a few songs that did, but it's just, I don't know. For me, I think that, and it's crazy, he's been going for a while.
No, not really.
What was his project prior to?
He did a mixtape Future 2020, end of 2024, 2025. So it wasn't that long ago.
Okay, but like I get that, but what about just album?
I mean, you could consider it like an album. He did the joint with him and Metro, the 2 albums back in 2024. They was dishing Drake. That's right. Shit. Them 2 joints was fire, but yeah, he been active, but yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, this ain't it for me. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't. He didn't deliver a classic. I think he fell short. I don't. It just didn't hit me. Maybe I got to continue to listen for it to hit me. But as of the first listen or second or third, it just wasn't. What about you?
So on the first listen, I was listening to it in the gym. It's really not like gym music. It's more like, you could tell on this one, he got a little bit more personal.
Okay.
Because the first song is like, fuck an interview. And
I like that song.
I like that John too. The John 1, 2, he's like 1, 2. Remind me of the DMX John.
Yeah.
I think it was like, this is a stripped down Future to me as far as sound wise. And then like towards the middle of the album, you could tell on 2018 he was trying to play with the melodies. So I think it's more of a I just wanted this to be all me, but I wanted it to be experimental. And then towards the end of the album, there were some like pop type songs, like Hollywood. There's a song right after that. I don't remember the name of it, but he was trying to get in this pop bag. I think as a collective album, it's not the same Future that we're used to listen to, the mixtape Future, the big 808s, the trap type Future. I think this is more of him trying to go into a more commercial lane, in my opinion, with this album. I will give it another listen. I think the first couple songs kind of caught me more on the second listen, but I think it's more of a commercial Future. So it just depends on what you like. This kind of reminds me of, if you ever listen to 2014 when he dropped Honest, this kind of gives me those vibes. And he said,
I love that album.
I actually like that, but the thing was, Future said he didn't like it because he felt like that wasn't him.
And then he came back 10 something years later and gave you this.
So that's why I'm like,
so it is him, because the name of the damn project is The Real Me.
Right. So that's why it kind of gave me those vibes when I first listened to it. So.
Like, what the fuck? Hey, Future, you smoking too much, bro. You gotta get off that ganja, man. But shout out to Future. The only thing I don't like when artists do is they 2 minutes you to death. I don't like that. And I know it helps with the streaming and all this stuff, but I just can't stand when an artist, because you know what's crazy, Wack did that. Wack, she did a joint where she dropped a bunch of singles like every week and it was always like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah,
2:30 minutes. Like, I don't like that.
On Wack World.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like when shit is 3:30. I feel like 3:30 and up is the time stamp for a song for me to really, I don't know. 2 minutes just ain't gonna do it. I don't know. I feel like it's chopped up. Like I feel like you can continue the song and add that to it and make it a 4-minute song instead of chopping it up. But like I said, I know it's the loopholes what they doing, but I'm not a fan of it.
And it was, and I'm glad you said that, bro, because on top of that, going through 22 tracks, and like that's another thing where when this past
overkill
15, maybe 18 tracks, you're like, it's kind of like it gets repetitive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the beats.
Right.
The snares, just everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's not solid. Slide Out the Future, he ain't going nowhere. He's a giant in this game. But I know for him, I feel like he's already in the studio making something else. That's how he's like, he reminds me of, and I'm not saying Wayne is still not a workaholic, but he reminds me of early prime Wayne. Because early prime Wayne lived in the studio.
Banging out mixtape at the mixtape at the mixtape.
Yep.
Same thing with him. How Drake always got these leaks. Future leaks is crazy. We got to do an episode of who got the best Drake leaks. Drake or Future?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. He got some shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want to correct myself. On the last episode, actually 2 episodes ago, I said that Pusha and Nipsey got snubbed by Tyler, the Creator. No, they got snubbed by Cardi B. She won the Grammy that year in 2018, so I had to go on camera and correct myself. And shout out to Cardi B. I love you, but I still didn't think you deserved that Grammy. I just wanted to let you know that. Yeah.
He gonna say that every episode. He like, Daytona, nigga. Daytona.
No, but we got to do a whole, what we talked about.
Yeah, we gonna do that.
We gonna do that.
That's gonna be
fire. By the way, we don't have a date for our verses yet. 2 versus 2 and 3 versus 3 for the Drake and the Kendrick, but we will soon. I just wanted to give an update to the audience, man.
That's gonna be fire.
Now, before we go any further, we gotta break down the Little Dirt case and the Pooh Shiesty case. First, let's go to Pooh Shiesty. Now, I told y'all niggas this 10, 20 plus episodes ago. Y'all are your worst enemy. Y'all snitch on yourselves, just like A.R. Ab did when he counted $250,000 on Instagram and wondering why the feds was knocking on your door. It's the same thing with Pooh Shiesty. You're filming yourself with a fucking Draco. You're in the studio talking about, I'm not on this contract X, Y. I don't get it, bro. I just think that phones is fucking these niggas up, bro. Like phones is like a bad baby mom that you just can't get rid of, bro. Get the phone out your fucking hand.
Yeah, man.
What's your comments on or how you feel about? Let's start with Pooh Shiesty first, then we're gonna go to Little Dirt.
Pooh Shiesty, man. Waste of talent, man.
Yeah.
Waste of fucking talent, man. You got, 3 to 4 years in jail for robbing somebody.
Yeah.
Basically got off lucky. Came out to one of the top songs of the year, FDO.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand, and I talked about this on my Rat Caveat to nauseum. Yes, you probably felt that Gucci owed you some money or you should have renegotiated the contract because you felt like you the hottest artist on the label. I understand. But what in your mind made you think that you was going to be able to rob this nigga and think you was going to get away with it? And then videotape it. And on an ankle monitor.
Yo, that
like,
ankle
this sounds like a bad movie. Like, it sounds like a terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah.
If he goes to jail for football numbers, this would be probably the most upsetting rap career maybe of all time, bro.
Yeah.
For his trajectory of where it was going to go. Bro, niggas
But Melly too, though. Melly had a promising career.
You said who?
Melly.
Why? He did, but
I'm
I
not
don't
a
think
fan
he got
of his
into
music.
the part of...
Right, yeah.
The man has a mash named after him, but it's not even named after him. It's a Nike Baklava or whatever you want to call that shit. Niggas call it a Pooh Shiesty. Like, come on, bro. If that ain't branding, that's branding. You get what I'm saying?
Look, and he didn't capitalize on that.
At all.
Like I said to you before, that nigga should have branded so that way every time they talk about that mask or every time it gets sold, he's getting a check.
Facts.
I said that when he first got booked, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I told you that. And he ain't do it. So he lost out on that.
So it's just disappointing, man. And we see this all the time, man. It's just,
For real.
They get out the streets and they don't know how to conduct rap business. You buy yourself out of the contract. You negotiate it. Even it just came out that Gucci said he was willing to negotiate, but he wanted his masters back. And I'm going to keep saying this about the rap industry, bro. Labels are not in the business of giving you your asses back. There's a word called in perpetuity, meaning forever. They own your shit forever.
Ever, plus ever.
It's only a couple people that get their masters back. Jay-Z, I think Cameron.
Chris
it's
Brown.
A couple people. Chris Brown. It may take some time, but bro, they're not in the business of giving you some shit that can make them 10 times in their pocket, bro. Mm-hmm. But not to be long-winded, that if he gets football numbers,
he
biggest disappointment in rap history.
And he deserve it. Because he snitched on himself. I keep telling these young niggas. And another thing, too, what people got to realize. Your phone is your worst enemy when it comes to crime. Because even if he didn't, let's just say for the sake of argument, he didn't film it. If he had the phone with him and he didn't turn it off and put it on airplane mode, they can track the towers of the time that you were there. Dummy.
And he was on an ankle monitor, so it
don't matter. And the money you got, you didn't have to see. A lot of these rappers, they so trigger happy and they so I want to be a thug and all that. You could have paid somebody to do your dirty work.
I mean, he did.
It would have still been. You still would have been attached to it. And we about to get to the Lil Durk shit. But you still wasn't on camera. And you still wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah, it could have did a third party, but. Now with all this stuff that they be tracking, they was tracking his WhatsApp messages, Telegram messages, so it would have probably came back to him anyway. So
Fez is real.
Yeah, can't do crime in 2024. They got cameras, what they call them, flock cameras, all types of stuff, bro.
Yep, they got drones.
Get a 9 to 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I said the streets is over. Now let's get to Lil Durk. His co-defendants are basically snitching on him, saying that they were paid for hire to do the crime. So I'm praying for Lil Durk. It doesn't look promising at all. You know, you got his kids, you got his girl. It's sad, man. It's just like one person dies and the other person go to jail, so they both are off the grid forever.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Shout out to Lil Durk, his family, Chicago. It's bad enough that drill rap is over, but when the Godfather, one of the I'm gonna say he not the, but one of the Godfathers of drill rap, if he really gets guilty. Like, drill rap is dead forever. It's like, it's no hope, bro.
It's not.
And I don't really a fan of it because I know what it does to our community, but I also understand they trying to get out the streets and get money. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword when it comes to drill music, and with Durk being one of the top guys that was in it, losing King Von, who was also another dude that was on the rise, and he got cut short.
Yeah.
It's just understanding your position as a boss, as a person that is a dude that's making millions in the rap game. You got to not let the fans and everybody in your area, your homies saying, oh, we got to go for ball, we got to go. Man, let that man live his life, bro.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, his trajectory and yours was way past his. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And however that,
and they shot the wrong person. They didn't even. They shot at the right person, but they hit his brother. They didn't hit him. They didn't hit Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo is alive and well. And chilling.
Yeah. So they didn't even hit the intended target.
Right. So it's like you didn't. Now that's somebody that was real close to him. So it's an eye for an eye because somebody close to you is dead, but it's still not the guy. It's still not the guy. So you paid somebody to hit somebody and they didn't hit him, and they still got paid.
Crazy.
And now all y'all niggas is locked the fuck up and now trying to cop a plea.
Ain't telling on each other. Willis ain't got no names, ladies and gentlemen. It's just another sad case once again. And praying for him, hopefully he can get through it. But
yeah, man.
Once you have people that saying they telling and doing this, and they said, and even in the text messages that Durk was trying to tell people, unless we stay tight, they ain't got nothing on us. It's like, bro, they pretty much got you dead to rights, man.
Yeah.
That's the feds, man.
Yeah, the 98.9 conviction rate, bro.
Yeah.
There's only a few niggas that was able to beat him. John Gotti beat him once, and then he got smoked on the next turnaround. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro.
Gotti and them did too, but
yeah, because they did, but the crazy part about it, after they did, I felt like Murder Inc. just went down.
Oh yeah, it was already on the decline anyway. But yeah.
Ja Rule was trying to buy a record. He clapped back. He did a song with Bobby Brown with his lips turned on the video. It was just nasty work, bro. Nasty work.
It's 50 time at that time.
Yeah, pretty much. Man, speaking of a lot of camaraderie, but Memphis Bleak did an interview this morning on the Breakfast Club, and he aired how Yayo and Uncle Murda, how they're dependents, how they have the 401k because of 50 Cent. And I said, bro, if that wasn't the most crazy ass response, and then he had the nerve to say, I'm gonna start a daycare for senior citizen rappers.
Yeah, that shit held in, cause they was going in on him for Vlad,
right?
All them platforms. They was going in on. He kept going in on Bleak, like Bleak ain't got no money. He Hove not looking out for him. He just let it all go. He let the clip go. I said, damn, Memphis, he had that shit. Oh, did. Well, yeah, man.
What you think? Do you feel like he got valid points, Memphis Bleak?
To an extent. And I would say this because you haven't really seen Yayo kind of branch out on his own.
Right, like Lloyd Banks did.
Yeah. You have seen Bleak because you had the Warehouse Music he signed. What was it, Casanova?
Casanova, yeah, Casanova signed.
Manolo Rose.
Yeah.
I
think he had some type of dealings with Textone as well. And he got Dose. Dose is, I think, is a partnership.
Duce.
Deuce. I said Dose. You know what I mean.
My man tied today. He's like Tayara Rack, Dulce. That's the Spanish coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no.
It is, though. It is. But yeah, he talked about how he has that, and then he has the what's the name of his pod? Well, he has Rock Solid podcast as well. So he's doing his thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he definitely bossed up. But I don't know, man. I just think that everybody can be a boss. And maybe Tony Yayo feels that. Maybe he feels like that his claim of fame or what he does with 50 Cent doing tours and making sure 50 good, that's his lane. You know, everybody can't be a boss, though.
No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. If that is your position, then you have no right to talk about somebody else's position of how you see it. Of course, you can have your own opinion on whatever. Right. But if that is your position, you can't really go at somebody else's because you don't know their dealings. You don't know what they had to do. Mm-hmm. He was a solo artist. I think he had, 4 albums, right?
Bleak?
He had like 4 solo albums.
Let me see. Coming of Age.
The Understanding.
I don't know.
534.
Right.
And the one had Dear Summer on it. 534 was Dear Summer.
I don't know what's the 4th one.
The other one is the one that had 1, 2, y'all. You know we got that joint.
Okay.
May. M-A-D-E.
Yeah.
So he had a couple solo albums. Yeah, only had one, but I mean he had the G-Unit album.
And he got gold plaques because the first album went gold. And it is that chick is a platinum single.
Yeah.
So he got some shit.
As far as career-wise.
He smokes Tony Yayo.
Yeah, a little bit. So that's why I'm like, if that's your position with 50, I respect that. Like you said, you put it perfectly. Some people can't be bosses, but you can't look at somebody else's who's trying to branch out on his own. And that's another person.
And say you relying on Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the only reason why you got money, and Jay-Z is this, and Jay-Z don't put nobody on, and Jay-Z don't do this, and Jay-Z don't do that. It's like, bro, come on now. Jay-Z done did a lot for the game.
Yeah.
He fucking helped Lil Wayne out of his legal situation. I mean, he put bread up for Lil Wayne to get him out of his situation. So, and that he don't have no connections to Lil Wayne. At all. None. So, and he helped Meek Mill as well.
Yeah.
He helped Meek Mill. So, I mean, I know he should have helped Beans, but during that time, he said, fuck Beans. I don't know why, but he said, fuck Beans. So, it is what it is. But
and just one last thing. They both pair. I feel like Yayo and Memphis Bleak get compared a lot due to the loyalty.
Right.
So, I think that's why it's a lot of conversation about both of them because of their loyalty to 50 and Jay. And you have to understand, 50 and Jay are juggernauts. So being that they're juggernauts, it's hard for them to have solo careers and eclipse those two. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like they're always going to be in conversation. So
Yeah, I agree. Now, before we go, I do want to touch on, and this is a topic off the record. I want your thoughts on now that Iceman is out and all this stuff is played out, and you even talked about it with the GNX situation with the artist. Do you, and even down to Pusha T taking a commercial flight?
Yo,
because he was like,
Drake lines is like they living on like a Bible, like niggas. Yo,
no, the shit that
yo, they looking at Drake look like a prophet.
Made a video. They was like, cause I fly private, like rapping like Pusha T, and I'm like, nigga, you don't always fly private. Like it's a song that literally he's saying, cause I fly private, like some shit. These ad-libs is crazy from them VA niggas, but he went on there and I said, Drake is he so calculated, bro?
He is very calculated, bro, and it's crazy.
It's how do he predict this shit? It's insane. He has some kind of intel.
I believe that too.
In the hip hop community that's sending Drake some information.
I believe that too.
Because you was telling me also about a possible ghostwriter for Jigga. Bombshell.
And that's why Drake is really a chess player, bro.
Yeah, right.
That's why I keep saying the album came out May 15th. We are in July, damn near July 15th, damn near.
Tomorrow's July 15th.
I'm still playing this album because it's so multi-layered, bro.
It is.
People don't even understand. It's the one song, Burning Bridges. I love that fucking song. I play it every single day. I swear, bro, I play that shit every day.
Well, you know what? I play. I don't play that song every day. I play. What's the song with the Minnie Riperton sample when he said I'm free? Make them pay. Yeah. I play that every day.
That's my shit too. And
anything that got "Make Them" on it is the songs I play.
Make them remember all that.
Yeah.
So the reason I play Burning Bridges all the time is because when I go online, it breaks down how that song itself, the lines where you say, your baby mama and even post your single, that shit can go for 3 people. A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, and it was one more person. Fuck, it was somebody else. It was like a triple entendre, bro. I'm mad as shit. I can't remember who the third person is. Who else had beef with Drake? Somebody else.
Future.
Not Future.
Kendrick. Kendrick got on post. His baby mom.
I think it was. I swear it was a third person. But that line itself could go at 3 people
at one time.
He said, I can't burn them bridges because I fuck with your sister. That could go for, because you know Travis Scott, you know who his baby mom's sister is. So right. It's like, this nigga Drake, bro. It just, the album is so multi-layered. It's just like, bro, the jig is up. All of that shit.
Right, jig is up. And it made me think about the shit he did to Roots, because it is kind of up, bro, because it's not, he doesn't, even though he did what he did, and I know Charlamagne was hyped about him selling out the Yankee Stadium when they was talking about act, but it still don't have this. It still ain't the same, bro.
The impact is not as there as much as it was.
It's there, but it's not touching the new generation. Like I said, it's still touching us, the 40+ crew, but it's not touching the 20s and 30s. They like, yeah, the jig is up. Fuck Jigga. Like you see niggas on TikTok saying the jig is up. They got jig is up dancing. Like, it's just,
they
bro.
got jiggers up dances.
Yes.
Hey, yo. That's crazy, bro. But it goes back to what we said in the live, bro. It's because Jay-Z as a businessman, you can't take nothing away from him. He's done a lot in the past 10 years as far as business-wise, but he hasn't dropped the album since 2017. So being that Drake is the outside guy, he's been giving us hits, he's been giving us those type of things. He's tapped into the culture. Yeah. So with Jay-Z not being as tapped in, it just feels like you're out of touch.
I think his shots are only hitting a certain demo.
Yeah.
I think he lacks, every time he try to shoot at 18 to 24 or 24 to 35, it keep missing. But 35 and up, he's right on target. That's what I think when it comes to Jigga.
And just to add on to this.
Because the niggas from that era, the early young niggas don't even think that Jay has an era.
That is crazy.
They like, he ain't got no era. He ain't dominate that era 50 Cent did. Or they'll say some other rapper did. They'll say Nelly, they'll say M, but they will not say Jay for some reason.
That is wild to me. And it's just like, you had to be there to know. You know what I'm saying?
Like I told them niggas, you was sucking on your mommy titty.
Real shit.
You was on Similac mode. Nigga, I was off the porch. So fuck out of here. He definitely had an error. And this dominate. And then another thing they'll say, well, what about DMX? Because DMX dropped 2 albums when Jay was at his prime. I said, I get all that. But he still didn't sell, he still didn't sell 5 million records. Because Hard Knock Life sold 5 million. Those other albums did double and triple. They didn't do 5. So
And on top of that, the consistency. There wasn't a rapper at that time that was dropping an album every single year since 96 to about 2003.
Yeah.
So that's the consistency in that itself.
Right.
In an industry
and then just like DMX said,
to drop an album.
DMX was mad at Jay because when Jay was the president of Def Jam, he felt like he didn't want to put DMX album. They kept giving him a runaround. So when he died, he wasn't on good terms with Jay, believe it or not.
And he still got his masters back for him.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So
that's
what does that say? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just to add on one thing, and it also goes back to the conversation with Ak and Charlemagne. Charlemagne in the interview, he said something about streaming. No, he said something about clipping.
Clips, yeah.
They didn't understand what clipping is, and it is a new concept to a lot of people that don't know.
Right.
But the problem is with Jay-Z not being as tapped into the culture and tapped in with the young youth, is a disconnect there. If you don't know what clipping is and you're thinking that it's an illegal thing or whatever the case may be, and you don't know nothing about it, you don't tap in with the streamers like Drake does. You don't tap in with the new type of media, and you doing these things where you suing Milagro, you doing these type of things. That's where people are just like, all right, bro, you don't fuck with us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how probably the youth feels, like you said, you don't fuck with us, so why would we fuck with you?
Yeah, because he definitely he don't tap in with no streamers. And you know, I definitely don't expect him to tap in with DJ Academics, but there's other people that he can tap in with.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure in the Gen Z there is a person that would do an interview with Hov that's a streamer. Who wouldn't?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And will he give him the interview the untapped interview that he gonna want?
Right.
Instead of that GQ bullshit. So I don't know. That's probably what he's scared to do, but if you want that young demographic and you possibly got an album coming out,
right,
tap in. That's all I'm saying.
So. Well, man, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to my girl 9, man. We'll be back.
Shout out 9.
This is episode 128. I enjoyed myself as always. Make sure you follow the pod on Do It For Hip Hop Pod on Instagram. Follow me, DJ Bugsy215. Subscribe to the channel, DJ Bugsy215. And make sure you tap in with JK because this episode will be dropping on his channel. And the audio will be available soon. This is the audio version of the podcast. We're going to start doing more of this, but we also going to be tapped in with Kick as well. So make sure you follow and get tuned in and tapped in with us, man. We ain't going to stop. We'll be back August 11th live, man. You already know what it is.
You already know. It's your boy JK. Follow me on JK Playawave. You're going to see this on Playawave TV. Shout out my guy. Give me another shot again like we first did it the first time here again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, tap in with us, man. Summer is ours, the winter is ours, and everything else. You feel me?
You already know, man. Keep it hip-hop. Peace.
Know that.